Hey guys, Garage 79R, we're in the Yaris today, and I want to do a little video. I've recently changed the tires on the Yaris for my 3-season wheels. I was rocking the General AS05, which is a fantastic tire. That tire had super sharp steering response, but you pay for that in ride quality because of that very stiff sidewall. The only times I've had the steering response that kind of feel like that was way back on some Hoosier A6s. The Generals had that same feel, just obviously not that same level of grip, but they actually had really good grip for an all season. And I raced them, I track crossed on them, and they were a great tire, but they were starting to get worn out, so kind of reevaluated my typical drive, what I do with the Yaris, and the reality is I don't typically race the Yaris anymore. I have the Tercels, and if I do have to run the Yaris, I put on the sticky tires anyways. I do not need a super awesome, aggressive all-season tire. And it rode rough. You felt everything, no matter what tire pressure you set it at, short of being flat. So I tried the Ohtsu FP7000. And I've been sweating this decision for over a year. Like, what am I going to put on the Yaris? It's the daily driver that sees everything. And now I often have to run my daughter down to the in-laws that are over 3 hours away. So the car now sees a little bit more highway than it used to. Because normally my commute is, I think my commute's about 25 miles a day, give or take. And the only times I have fun is going through the traffic circles. So I can dial down the tire a little bit, get something a little bit softer to improve my ride quality. Also, the Generals are starting to get a little noisy towards the end there. So I found these tires on eBay, my size, and which is a 195/50/16. And this guy was selling them for like $40 less than anywhere else I can find. So I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. They all had matching date codes, and I'm really happy with them. I have about 2,000 miles on them right now, and they've really transformed how the car rides and drives. Yes, they're a softer tire. They're kind of like a sports touring tire. So the sidewall is definitely softer. And of course now I'm on full tread, so you got a little bit of tread deflection or tread squirm. So, but they still have decent grip. I mean, I haven't fully sent the car around anything, but I've pushed it a little bit, and they do what you want them to do. They're just they take a second to take a set. They're excellent in the rain, but as should any full tread tire should be. Show up this here bro. Think he can pull on me. See ya. So yeah, they've been really good in the rain. We've had a lot of nasty storms come through Maryland the last couple of weeks. One time I was actually perfectly positioned for a tornado. Actually, twice I was perfectly positioned, but nothing dropped. Though I did get rocked by a vortice, like a woof, like shook the car, but I wouldn't call it a full-blown tornado. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'm happy with them, and I think if you're looking for a tire that's sort of in this market, give them a shot. Because I was torn to get another set of AS05s. Because I was like, well, these are so good, but the ride's rough. And I thought about the Continentals, which are arguably the best, the Extreme Contact 06 DWS, whatever. I think their acronyms are getting way too long. Which are arguably the best all-season tire in the class. And I was like, you know what? I don't need a super fancy tire for this. And I don't need a tire that has a whole lot of snow traction because I run snow tires in the winter. So, but I didn't want a tire that falls apart if I get caught on a random off-season snow. That's why I always kind of have a sort of all-season on the car, because time I had a set of Toyo summer tires, and I got stuck at the bottom of the hill with like a dusting. It paralyzed the fucking car because our compound couldn't handle the temperatures, and so like never again. So the Continentals would have been like over $600 for a set, and I was like, eh. And then another set of Generals would have been like $550 or $575, and so I was like, well, I got these Ohtsus. I'm sure I'm not saying it right, for $340 shipped. And I was like, worst case scenario, if I absolutely hate something about them, I'm not out a lot of money. But so far, I really like them. They're quiet, they're smooth, they ride better. Yeah, I gave up a little ultimate performance, but I don't need that. I don't need that in this car. I need this car to just drive really well and be reliable. So I'm really happy with them. So if you're on a fence, give them a shot. You know, if you're in the same type of situation with me, you want a tire that's still fun to drive on, but you don't need top tier stuff because you have other cars to do top tier stuff with. Or like for me, like when I ran this at Autocross a month or so ago, I just put on the Autocross tires. Like, I don't race on my street tires normally, though I did do that with the Generals at Track Cross, and they were really good at that for what they were. Give them a shot, and yeah, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. And they've been out for a little while, so I'm wondering if there's an update coming soon. I like the fact that Ohtsu, Sumitomo, and Falcon are all the same, basic family tree. So I'm still sticking with brands that I really trust and love. So